Hey, it didn't auto switch. Hopefully the mic is working. Can you hear me now? Hello, Jeff. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Is my audio okay? Double echo. How about now? Is it echoing? Double echoing. Oh, good evening. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's I had done a test of remote streaming and I had to disable the test because hello, Stevens Fox. Welcome. Thanks for joining. How are you doing? Hello, Wiley Sight. Cosmic Ray, welcome. Evening Dark Shades. Yeah, so I'm going to quickly switch over here. If you saw the pre-roll, I have an alternate one where I can actually show a live view at Starfront. So while the comet is still visible, I wanted to bring this up. It's a comet 2025 R2 Swan. The coma is kind of spread out because it's stacking based on the stars, not the comet. So you have to reprocess it after the fact. Hello, Hot Cheeto, welcome. Thanks for joining. But yeah, so I wanted to go to this immediately because it's pretty low right now. It is to the west-southwest, and it is only like 8 degrees above the horizon right now at Starfront, I think, or maybe 9 degrees. It's like 9.5 degrees above the horizon here, so it's really low. But yeah, kind of cool. It's you can see the tail a bit coming off here, and you can see the green, which I think is it cyanide compound or something like that? Something like that. Not cyanide, but some kind of thing like that. Chlorine? I don't know. Tried capturing it behind the trees. Yeah. I mean, it is going to be getting a little higher, so I think. But I'm trying to capture it just in case something happens to it. But so far it seems to be going strong. I also had started this image almost an hour ago. It was still twilight, and this is with the Newtonian in my backyard here, Bortle 9, and 8-inch Newtonian with the SV Bony narrowband, dual narrowband, 7 nanometer. The moon isn't up, so that helps, but I do have terrible light pollution. So I'm pretty happy with how that's turning out so far. Oh, nice. Yeah, let me pull that up. And also that reminds me, Cosmic Ray is... Oops, let me bring that up here real quick. Wait. Okay, here. Sorry, give me a moment here. And Cosmic Ray and Jeff are streaming on Discord. Problem is the pop out button was like behind another window. So Here's in the bottom. The top one is cosmic rays, imaging M13. Is that the Hercules globular cluster? And Jeff, I think this is live, the upper left and the right. So Andromeda, I'm guessing at Starfront, and the Veil Nebula, the entire Veil, I'm guessing from home. Okay, so the presence, so the green color is diatomic carbon. Thank you, cosmic ray. C2 molecule, when excited by ultraviolet, emits mostly an infrared. Interesting. But a triplet state, so that green. You hear cracking sounds. I don't think I'm clipping. Oh, let me try something. Okay. I'm not sure if that made it better. Hopefully didn't make it worse. Let me switch back to the comet over here. Actually, I should just bring it up in a local browser here. Give me a sec. Okay, there we go. So I don't have to. This is a remote browser with where I'm running the Veil, but specifically the East Veil, I guess, the Witch's Broom. I'm about to go to another target because this is almost near the meridian, so I will be, I will minimize that temporarily while I'm kind of going off. Okay. Yeah, let me take a look at that real quick. Good evening, Seiko. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Yeah, the comet has moved quite a bit while I've been imaging it. Just for not even an hour. It's moved that far. Okay, so let me go change targets here before the veil hits the meridian. Oh. Yeah, it's right at the meridian. So what I need to do is quickly stop it. Sorry, give me a sec here. Okay. And so I will try going to, I want to go to a target that I can image for a bit. Give me a sec. Okay, cool. All right. So let me check the chat. All right. And of course, the routine plug. Don't forget to like the video. I'm now that the weather is starting to get cooler and the sun is setting earlier, I'm hoping to, when the weather cooperates, I'm hoping to start streaming longer, like I was last winter. You know, maybe not the 6-hour live streams, but I know I had some long live streams, and the other good thing is it's supposed to be clear tonight, tomorrow night, Saturday, and Sunday nights. So I might do 4 streams in a row. Yeah, Universe Sandbox. Yeah, the problem is I needed to spend more time with that. Need to try that out. Oh, that's funny. What's funny is I see Cosmic Ray has IC5146 up here on the screen, and I just changed the Newtonian to go to IC5146. But we'll see. Let me see if this works. I had some bad luck with, not bad luck, but I was having some difficulty with the Newtonian, and I figured it was the flats, the just kind of the perfectly illuminated exposures to compensate for different things in the optical train. Anyway, what was funny is before the stream I had taken some new flats and I was trying them out, and the results were terrible, and so I stopped using flats on the live stack, and the results got much better. So what you saw before was no flats, so go figure. Don't pretend to understand why. Okay, so go back to the chat. Cool. 5146, reflection emission nebula. Cool. Yeah, so we'll see how well it works here. Since with heavy light pollution, I generally have the light pollution filter, the narrowband filter on it, so. Hello, Otto. Good evening. Welcome. Thanks for joining. It's really funny how it... Oops. The NGC refers to IC as a cluster. Yeah, it's interesting because some of those objects... it's kind of confusing because when you look up a specific NGC or IC number, it might refer to like a component of what you're trying to image, like, or what you refer to by a different name. So yeah, that's always interesting. Because I think I'm almost out of time on this, because we're down to it's getting down to probably 5 degrees above the horizon. Let me see how high it is. Yeah, it's 7 degrees above the horizon here, so at Starfront it's probably like 5 degrees above the horizon, so not much time left. Last time I either would start seeing kind of a dark line as it started imaging the adjacent building, or it would just start dropping a lot because it was pointing at a wall. Pleiades is rising again. Yeah, yeah, I'll have to see if I can image it. The moon, when is the moon rising? I think the moon already is rising. Let me see. Here at home, it doesn't make much of a difference, but at Starfront, yeah, I think it's starting to, conditions look good at this moment, but yeah, I think the comet's about done. The trees had something else to say. Oh yeah, trying to image the Pleiades. Well, I'm trying to, so I'm gonna stop this comet 2025 R2 Swan and figure out another target for Starfront. But in the meantime, don't forget to like the video. It does help. And if you have suggestions for another target you want to see, put them in the chat, and I will, if I can see it, I will point the scope at it. Meanwhile, here is the Cocoon Nebula from my backyard. I think this is the best cocoon I've gotten so far. Maybe a bit grainy, but it's only got 5 minutes on it so far. It's definitely a challenging target here, particularly. So the Starfront cost versus time used. I mean, my conditions are particularly abysmal here. And although I was disappointed at times with the weather, which is beyond anybody's control, because it's been particularly rainy in Texas, the images I have gotten I've been very satisfied with. And yeah, and the conditions are great out there. I've imaged things that I would never be able to image with a Seestar without very dark skies. And plus the horizon access is nice. Like the fact I'm imaging this comet and it's 5 degrees above the horizon to the southwest. And that's pretty normal. Like I can get within a few degrees of the horizon to the due south as well, and to the east, southeast. So that said, it would have been nice if it was more clear throughout the summer. That was probably the main disappointment, or frustration, I should say. Hello, Aiden. Welcome. Thanks for joining. So I need to figure out what next. And I think the moon is rising. Yeah, the moon has just come up above the horizon. But if I stay, I found that if at Starfront, because the skies are, so long as the transparency is pretty good, I can image things away from the moon, like on the other side of the sky, even without the light pollution filter, and I don't really notice much of a gradient. So I could image a dark nebula even with the moon up, so long as it's nowhere near. Let's see. Where's the newt? It is under here. So earlier I was imaging the witch's broom, but now I've, because it was getting near the meridian, I've switched to the Cocoon Nebula. And I just switched. It's only got 9 minutes on it. Yes, so that is a huge thing. That, I mean, especially where I live, where we get pop-up showers in the overnight. Like, it'll be completely clear. It'll be clear in the morning, but somewhere along the line, a rogue cloud comes through and it rains. So I can't leave my gear outside. And so when I have the late live streams, you know, if I end at 1 in the morning, I have to go downstairs, break down all the gear, bring it in. Whereas when I'm streaming only from Starfront, don't have to do that at all. It's awesome. That right there is huge. Like, you don't have, yeah. It's very, I can see why people like remote hosting, because that aspect of it is, besides the dark skies, is really nice. Like, you just have it set up, and that's why I would consider sending a different scope eventually. Either replace it or have an additional scope, just because it's very convenient. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, that's the main downside. It's gotten cheaper, but it's definitely that's why for years I never did it, because most of the places were like 500 or 1,000 a month, and I didn't have a good I didn't have a rig where that would have made any sense to send. Okay, so you're hearing the crackling too. Let me I'm gonna try to figure out. The gears are crackling in them. Yeah, I don't know. Hello? Hello? I'm, oh, yeah, and hello, Star Traveler. Thanks for joining. You don't hear the crackling? Well, there, 2 different people have mentioned it. So it wasn't just Aiden. It was Aiden and Hot Cheeto. Are you guys listening on headphones? You hear the crackling. What could I have done? I'm getting it as well. Okay, speakers. It's clipping. Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out why it's clipping. Because I usually, okay, that's good. I need to figure that out, because I try to have it tuned where there isn't clipping, and I usually have like a limiter, an audio limiter in place. But I was messing around with things and I see something that makes me wonder if that is where it's... No, that's just the high point. That is so weird. Is the moon up yet? Yeah, it just rose. Here it doesn't make a difference, but at Starfront, I mean it's fine so long as I pick targets far away from the moon. It's fine. It's like only when you talk. Unplug and replug. I'm not sure if I want to do that. This is a powered XLR mic. I'm not sure I want to do that. I'm trying to think what I might have changed. Oh, what about now? Is it clipping now? Talk. It's gone now? Is it better? Do you hear it now? Okay. No clip. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, it wasn't just the connection. I also made some changes to the audio properties, so yeah, I have to revisit that. Oh, after I played with the bottom? Yeah, that might be possible, because I was pulling pretty hard on the cord at one point and maybe it loosened. Yeah, hopefully it's fine. Actually, what I need to do now is turn off the audio monitor because I hear my voice. I usually only have the music monitoring so I can hear the music, but yeah. It's funny, I don't stream for a bit and I feel like everything falls apart. Okay, it hasn't hit a building yet, so that's still going. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think I have Space Engine. I should do something with that at some point. I know you've mentioned it before, but I need to make a note about that. Cool. All right. So let me figure out if anybody has suggestions about something else to try at Starfront. If not, I will look for something. Oh, actually. Okay. Maybe we'll do that in a little bit. if it's high enough. I basically might go ahead and point point at the Pleiades, because the moon's going to be going through the Pleiades and over the next hour or two. So I might do that. Man, what is going on here with the comet? Helix. Yeah, let me check that. Let me check. Yeah, the moon and Pleiades, yeah. Hello, Kason? Kason? Yeah, the plane just photobombed me. It's the mothership. Hopefully not. So NGC 70. Let me look. Let me see. that might be... Problem is I have arguably the wrong filter in it, but I could try it with my Newtonian, the C70 group. The NGC 90 also looks cool, but it might be a little too close to a roof. But NGC 70, maybe I'll try that. But I'll try the Helix from Starfront. Man. The comet does look kind of cool when it gets spread out like that. Let me just double check where the Helix is. Yeah, Helix is plenty high enough. So let's do that from Starfront. All right, so we are going to stop the comet. And I will go to the Helix. All right. All right. And while that's going, yes, NGC 70, that would be, I would be impressed to see his stuff a comet. Nice. NGC 7789. Let me look at that one too. Because if I image it, oh, okay. I can image both of those from here. Whoa. Oh, that's... Oh, yeah, cluster. Yeah, more data on the Helix. Yeah, let me try that galaxy first. NGC 70. So I'm gonna briefly look at, bring up the Newtonian and see where we are. Sometimes I find by like rerunning the colors, it sometimes evens things out a bit. But yeah, I'm reasonably happy with that, especially from here. I've had difficulty with, actually with the scope imaging this, the Cocoon Nebula. Let me also see what my guiding's like. It's not bad. So let me go to NGC 70. Sometimes it makes me go 0070. It's a sharp cap ism. No, I'm not using I'm using a narrowband filter, which isn't ideal for galaxies, but we'll see. We'll see what we come up with. Okay, why isn't this showing? Okay, here we go. Now it is going to be noisy because I've got the light pollution filter on and it's not super high. Oh, hello Qubits, welcome. Thanks for joining. Cheetos, make you hungry. You know, one thing that doesn't make you hungry is liking the video. That is the most awkward segue. But yeah, in all seriousness, it does help. Does help the channel. Let's see. Oh, and see, I don't always monitor who's. I need to be better about monitoring who is on streaming on Discord, because I missed that Star Traveler is imaging the Squid Nebula, which is, you can see some of it, like this blue nebulosity, but it is so faint. It's so challenging. Nice. Nice. That's a good one. Nice. Hello, yeah, the squid. Huh. That's weird. Although if you took photos, it might actually be on the, it doesn't necessarily record it on the Seestar, but it records it on the camera roll of the tablet or phone you use to control the Seestar. Like planetary mode's a little weird that way. Just trying to find the right window here. Oh. I had switched to the to that galaxy cluster, but I forgot to start stacking. So I just did that. That is actually the only way I do 3-point, or the only way I do polar alignment, because I can't see Polaris, so I only use Nina for the 3-point. ASCAR 30, including the dot. Or you're talking about like the looking on their web, like just checking the field of view. Yeah. Oh, hello, Hein. Welcome. Thanks for joining. With the Seestar? No, I've never tried that. That would be interesting to. I'd be really interested to see if that works. Yeah, that's cool. The ASCAR 30 was like 165. Okay, cool. No, I didn't. I just looked at them recently. I mean, not looked at them, but I ran across them. Have you animated them? Because I know you were working, or you had taken a number of images of it. Oh, he did. Dark Shades did try. Yeah, that's true. 36. Yeah, that might. I don't know if I have that much. I might have like 20 days worth. No, no, it's a reasonable question. If you're stacking planetary, what you do is you record a video, and ideally a raw video on the Seestar. Like there's a little toggle for that, and then you take that video that will get recorded to the Seestar, and you take that and you run it through software to kind of sharpen up things. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, can't guide because pulse guiding. Yep. Yeah, theoretically it could work. Seems like it should be. Okay. Okay, let me this up over here. So again, this isn't the best filter for this. It's a narrowband filter, so it's not ideal for galaxies, but we'll give it a go. Those are smaller than I was expecting. That is definitely smaller than I expected. But then again, it might just be it's not getting enough light because it is... Yeah, I mean, it should be a bit bigger than that. But I think it's because, well, my light pollution, and I shouldn't have a narrowband filter. I should have one of my other filters to really do it justice. Yeah, waiting for the next firmware iteration. Yeah, that's interesting. Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's, I think it's, right now at least it's somewhat, yeah, there's enough there to do some things, but not everything. I'm going to let this run for a bit longer. Maybe some more detail will show up, but like I say, it's smaller than I expected. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing. One of these days, I'm still planning on taking the Newtonian out to a dark site, but I have no idea when that's going to be. Might be soon, might not be soon. It depends on a lot of things. Oh, this is cool. NGC 6946. So oh, so the fireworks galaxy, and then oh, that's the ghost bush cluster. That's cool. The NGC 6939. That's neat. That is neat, getting both of those. I really like the wide, getting everything in one shot of the Veil Nebula. I'm starting to see a little bit more of the blue for the Squid Nebula. But that is such a faint target. It's like right in there, you can see some of it, but kind of one of those very challenging targets that I've attempted with my Seestar, but I didn't get nearly enough time on it. I should give it a go. Try to get more time on it. a sec. I'm just messing around with the that galaxy cluster. Trying to see if I can get any more out of it. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's just and it would be even smaller in the on the Seestar's field of view, so yeah. Yeah, unfortunately I was fiddling around with trying to like darken the background or kind of bring up the brightness, but I mean these are galaxies, but yeah, I have 10 minutes on that, so I might need to try a different target. It's a squid reflection, it's an emission. Yeah. Yeah, very, very faint. Good morning, Old Geezer Gazing. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Yeah. Right. That makes sense. Dan Armjet Rebel Mollusk. Yeah. Wait, what just... Sorry, and Wiley Site. SH2132. Which one is that? I have not refocused the Newtonian over the course of the evening. Now going into winter where we have more of a temperature swing, I might have to start doing that, but a lot of times when I'm imaging, the temperature's like almost constant, so I haven't really been doing that. Yeah. M33. Yeah, I should try that. I'll try that. Because you're right, there are some good nebula in M33. Let me try that off screen, tee that up. Because that was kind of, yeah. All right. I mean, we gave it a go. That galaxy cluster. It does look cool. I do want to try to image it at some point, but I'm not sure what I would image it with. All right. Lion Nebula. That's cool. Looks nice. Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah. Well, I mein, it probably does need to get refocused. It's just, for me, the temperatures are so stable that I generally don't. At least this time of year here, temperatures are very stable. I think I do want to try to collimate it again. I had gotten a cheap laser collimator, and I'm going to maybe with the weather a little nicer, I might set it up and over the next few days and try to see how far out it is. It doesn't seem too bad because like when the images are out of focus, they don't or when the stars are out of focus, I don't see any obvious, like when I got it after it shipped, it was definitely a little bit out, but now it's the stars tend to be more donut shaped. Yeah, that would be cool. Large and small would be cool. Yeah, make sure my collimator is collimated. Yeah, great. Yeah, there are some really neat targets to the south, like the two biggest globular clusters, Carina Nebula. There's so many things. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I mean, and I guess because I still don't have a coma corrector on it, I think that's also another thing where my stars are there's a large number of imperfect stars in my field of view, and so I guess from that point of view, I'm like, maybe once I get a coma corrector, I'll be more maybe it'll be more obvious to me when it shifts. Move to south or get some. Yeah, I'm not moving south, but I've thought about getting time on a southern one. Raging Baboon. Did not know about that one. Interesting name. You could come down. Hey, that's an invitation. That would be cool. It's just an easy 24-hour flight or 20-hour flight, something like that. It doesn't matter. Nice. Go to chill. That's grim. Okay. Oops, wrong. What did I just do? Okay, so this is M33. And and it's interesting because you can already see, like, there's a few nebulas that are really bright. Which one is that one? Yeah, NGC 604. Yeah, you know another galaxy's nebula is bright when it has its own NGC number. All right. Again, it's not the ideal because of the particular filter and the light pollution, but yeah, you can't see much of the galaxy itself, but these nebulas do really pop out. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And that's another thing. So like I'm at F4 right now, but if I get the corrector reducer and get down to F3, then that also might make it more obvious. Yeah, I mean this one 604 is like so bright. Then 595's not too bad. But if I recall correctly, that NGC 604 is, there was something about that one. It is the largest H2 region in the local group of galaxies. So it's larger than any known nebula. I guess if there's one on the other side of the core of our galaxy, but no other galaxy in the local group has a nebula as big as that. It's over 40 times the visible size, over 40 times the size of the visible portion of the Orion Nebula. It's 6,300 times more luminous than the Orion Nebula. And if it were at the same distance from Earth, it would be brighter than Venus. That's impressive. That is very impressive. That would be crazy. I mean, having a nebula that bright in the sky, that would be amazing. And it was discovered by William Herschel, so it's so bright it was discovered over 200 years ago. Yeah, probably. I mean, and it's so big and bright. Yeah, let's all move to triangle. I hear the suburbs are nice. Yeah, and then there's all these other little, like, IC 1305. Let me look these up. So, IC 135. Yeah, it's an H2 region. Doesn't say how big it is, but obviously it's big enough that it shows up pretty well. Now, what is IC 139? It claims it's an association of stars. Helps if I type correctly. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, it's one of those catalog things that I'm not finding a ton of information, but still, it's, I guess, a cluster of stars, and so is 137. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, and IC 140. Oh, NGC 595. Let me look that one up, because that looks like a bright one. This one was discovered in 1864, and it is one of the biggest in the local group. 440 light years across. So, not a slouch on its own there. And then 592. Now I really want to image triangulum from a dark sky to try to look at all these. Okay, it says NGC 592 it's an H2 region, and it has an open cluster. It's about 10 times less luminous than that other one, the super bright one. So this one is so bright. Several massive discards. There's at least 4 Wolf-Rayet stars in NGC 592. Yeah, 290 light years estimated, the size of it. That's cool. We're really, yeah, sub 10 millisecond. The JWT. Cosmic HOA. Yeah, no, I mean, it's, I mean, there's a lot in there. And you'd get better results with your darker skies. I mean, this is, again, in my backyard. That is really awesome. Or you could continue, yeah. Yeah. You know, it was funny. I was, I think I was on Amazon and was looking up stuff because it was Prime Day and trying to see if there was stuff on sale. And one of the things, it wasn't on sale, but one of those circular kind of sky map things. I don't think I ever had the like one of the more comprehensive star atlases, because the scopes I had back then were, and plus I was in the city, so I couldn't really go to image things that were too faint. It's funny how little of triangulum you can see, but how much there is going on, and that is cool. Good suggestion to go ahead and try it. $12. Yeah, I might go ahead and find another target. In the meantime, let me see how the helix is doing. It's doing well. Yeah, let me check. Sorry, I'm behind on pulling things up from live streams. Oh, that's cool. It's more time, yeah. That is cool. All right. 309 squids in battle formation to create a stack. So bright. With the whole sky, with the moon up. Oh, I can start seeing more of the squid on both sides. Before it was just the line. Now I can see on both sides, and some over here too. It is so faint, that O2, that oxygen in there. So bright. Although you can still see plenty of stars. All right. So let me figure out what next. Okay. What should I do next? Yeah, you're lucky sky. Hunts me lucky skies. Oh gosh. Yeah, exactly. And I do want to get those 3 nanometer filters, because I think that might be just that much more impressive, or that much better at getting results. Because yeah, otherwise it's abysmal here. Yeah, let me see if I can pull up the all sky. Oops, wrong keyboard. Yeah, you can see how I mean, you can kind of see that there's stars there. And this is not from the moon. This is just normal for me. Yep. Yeah, you can see a few stars. Because the conditions are good. You can see a few stars. Man, look at that at Starfront. Jeez. The building photos where it's looks like sunrise almost. All right. Yeah, Newt. Yeah, I'll get you a wee leprechaun. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, any suggestions on the Newtonian? Let me see what I can actually image. Oh man. What did I do? Sometimes Stellarium gets confused, and I'm going to have to restart Stellarium. NGC, let me look that up. I'm bringing up Stellarium again. NGC 1365. All right. NGC C1365. It is below the horizon right now. It will rise. It'll rise before midnight. And I definitely would be able to image it from Starfront. So I'll make a note of that one. I want to try that one. It's a barred spiral. Oh, that is an interesting one. Yeah, let me make note of that one. What am I doing here? NGC 1365 barred spiral. Okay. Yeah, that looks really cool. But yeah, I don't think it would. Let me see if it would actually. Oh, the robin's egg is starting to get. Yeah, it's even though there's an area to the south where I can see pretty far, pretty close to the horizon, it's still too low from here. But from Starfront, I could image it no problem. But just once it rises. Okay. Medulla Nebula. Too faint. Medulla Nebula. Let me look at that. Supernova remnant. Oh, I've seen this one. Yeah, that would be pretty much not feasible here, I'm afraid. It is not obstructed by buildings right now, but I think the problem is it's just too faint. I mean, because I can kind of tell looking at Stellarium, like, how bad it might be. And I've seen that one, and I intentionally didn't image it. But that would be a cool one to do if I ever drag the scope to a darker location. All right. So let's see what else. What else? That's true. That's true. Good point. I just need to figure out how to. Okay, it also goes by LDN 576. NGC? Is there an NGC number with that? I only see the LBN number. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can get the LBN. Let me see. Yeah, it doesn't have an NGC, but it does have an LBN. So let me see if I can get to that. Because if it's not in sharp cap. See, the problem is I usually do the go-to in sharp cap, but if that doesn't work, I can do it. I can do it a different way. Okay. Because I ended up adding a lot of things to the sharp cap catalog, but I forget if I added LBN or LDN. I added LDN, not LBN. Okay. So what I end up doing is, let's see what my guiding's like here. It's not the best, not the worst. Okay, so what I end up doing is I start up Stellarium, and then I go Medulla oblongata, 20 hour garlic nebula. Okay, so we want to look for, what did I say it was? LBN 576. Okay, so I go to it here, and then I actually did get it set up where I can control the telescope, so that's where it's pointing now, because M33 is over here. So I need to... hold on. I need to stop guiding, because otherwise PhD2 will start complaining. And then what I do is I just kind of go in where I want to be, and I'll do is this right? Yeah, there we go. So it's like you do control and then the number of the telescope, which I only have one, so it was control 1, and it should be there now. So let me turn off that. Let's bring this down, bring this up, and plate solve. Whoa, what did I just do? Sorry about that. Okay, so it was off by a little bit, but now it should be where we want it. And then gators are ornery. Okay, well, we'll see. So let me try 210. Actually, let me turn on guiding here. Eesh. Hopefully that'll be enough to guide off of. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I haven't run into that. The night mode, they do nothing. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, the I had that. I think I had an issue like that. I don't remember if I did anything. Actually, I think I had one cable where it wasn't, like, I had gotten 2 cables that were both supposedly USB 3 point whatever, and one wasn't, or it had some issue. Because like it took me a while. I had swapped cables. I did some reboots and stuff, and so okay, good enough. And let's try this, and we'll see how this goes. I mean, I think I'm using a 10 or 15 foot cable. It isn't a short one. And I had another 15 foot cable and it stopped working, except for charging. Like it ended up, yeah. It's a mini PC. Yeah, I mean, I have to look that up. How long are the cables I've got? Because I had some issues. I mean, it may not be the issue you're having, but I definitely had an issue with Um, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it wasn't that long. I thought it was pretty long. Um, let's see. Yeah, it was 15 foot. USB 3 cable. I ended up getting 3 of them, and one of them didn't work well. Like it didn't maintain the speeds. Yeah, keep it for any nebula, yeah. Oh, I think I see it right here. Is that right? Like, is it just me, or is there like one like right there? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I recall having some issues like that where actually where I had issues was I had a 5 amp 12 volt power supply, and it wasn't enough because I was running the cooler and the mount, and I would have some weird flaky issues. So I have a 10 amp now. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, right here. Pretty sure that's it. Yeah, past the gradient, yeah. Cool. Oof. That's rough. Yeah, part of the reason why I got the 15-foot cables was to avoid, but even then I managed to, there was some cable I had, and I had it, the way I had it, it ended up getting caught. Luckily I think I was right there, and I was able to stop it. Or yeah, this would require a lot of time. Although I think from a dark sky I would have already gotten some pretty reasonable results. Yeah, there's nothing. I don't know about anything in this field of view, says Sharpcap. Yeah. Oh, nice. Oh, it has very little amperage coming into it. Yeah. Yeah, see, I have my mini PC it's not really a mini PC, and I have that SV Boney box, and I have basically a 12 volt into it and a USB-C into it from the or a USB a USB 3 cable into it from my mini PC. And then from there, the power is distributed to the mount, to the camera, and then there's a connector to the camera, and my camera has a secondary port on it, and that's what the guide camera is connected to. So I have 2 USB connections off of the SV Bony box, but one of them, and then a third device that's daisy chained. I think that's it. Oh, no. And then there's another USB connector, sorry for the focuser. So I have three USB plugged into SV Bony box and two power out from it. Yeah. I've been pretty happy about it. I was briefly thinking about getting another one for the during the Prime Day sale, because it was a little bit off. Wow. You definitely can see more of the lot more of the squid now. Getting some more detail in here. And that line is looking good. And quake. Let's see. Is this still updating? Or did I... Okay, that's right. Oh, I just wanted to make sure the count was right. You know, maybe that image is stale. It's not stale. Yeah, exactly. Given the moon, it's pretty good result. Or not pretty good, it's a great result. What else? Yeah, actually, I think I can see it going all the way here now. Like it's subtle, but at least on my monitor, I see, it looks like I can see it continuously all the way up to here. Very subtle, but I think it's getting there. And this is with 11 minutes, so a few hours, like an hour more, it would I mean, it wouldn't be like super bright, but it would definitely be more noticeable. Plus, it probably doesn't help that the moon is up. Oh. If you can't beat him, join him. Got the moon there. I mean, the nice thing is the moon will be getting more out of the way as the weekend, as we head into the weekend. So that will be good. Yeah, I'll leave that go for a bit. Now, where is the helix? I mean, as far as what elevation is it at? Oh, it's not even to the meridian. Okay. So I can keep it going for a while longer. I mean, it's not like on the downswing yet, so. I mean, that's at Starfront anyway, but I just wanted to make sure. What would be another target to try with the Newtonian? Any preferences or suggestions? No, the moon is just, it's like to the east-northeast, so unfortunately that's kind of, that's what I was going to do. That's right, that's probably what cosmic ray is doing. Can you see the Pleiades? Or any of those stars yet? Oh, it hasn't gotten to them yet. I could actually image it from Starfront. It is high enough up. Not high enough here, but would be another target. Oh, there we go. Those are stars of the Pleiades that the moon's about to cover over the next, is it hour or so? At least from here, it's going to miss some of the stars, but it will go over Maya, M-A, or Maya, M-A-I-A. It won't go over. It won't go over Merope, at least from here. So I think it'll go. If I'm reading this correctly, it's going to miss these, but it'll go over this star. Yeah, because this is Alcyone, and this is Merope, I think, or Merope, and this is Atlas, and Pleione. But this is Maya, and this one is Taygeta. I think both of those will be. It looks like in about just a few minutes, actually. It looks like this one will be covered, at least according to Stellarium, in like 9 minutes. And this one soon afterwards. Unfortunately, I can't image any of this from my backyard, so that's cool. Oh. Is it actually showing you a live view, or is it trying to stack? Because it's failing. Let me see if I can get. Let's see, I don't know if I even can image the moon. Because it might be obstructed from. What does ALP show? Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to check out. I think the problem is it's not updating. The count isn't updating here. So I think it's trying to. Can you go to like telescope control and like try to stop the stacking? Yeah, they do have fairly. Oh, Electra pops out the other side. Okay. Okay. What's on the Newt right now? Good question. Let me see. Oh, it's still that nebula. It's definitely more visible, so you can see the supernova remnant. Electra. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely starting to get more visible. That nebula. It's moving. But yeah, the moon does go over the Pleiades or near it on a regular basis. Have to drink some water. So it looks like Electra will re-emerge in about 20 minutes. Yeah, it does kind of look... Yeah, it's weird moving. Yeah. Yeah, the stars are... Yeah, it's flat Earth. Oops, wrong one. Looks like this one's about to go. Nope, it already got covered. Yeah, I totally forgot about the moon going over the Pleiades. It's weird. It's like, yeah, I don't know if it needs to be restarted or something. Oh, whatever happened, that's better. And there's, to further complicate things at Starfront, there's some, I noticed there were some clouds going through. You can kind of see them a bit. I might have, but I will, if I haven't, I'll try it. I might have. It's about to disappear. A little bit too much east. Yeah, that's... I need to work on that. I'll leave it there for now. I'll try going with the blue snowball. Okay. Sorry, I gotta drink some more water. All right. All right, what am I looking for? Blue snowball. Zoom. It went to plaid. Nice. Pretty much. Okay, blue snowball is visible, and it's pretty high up, so that'll be good. So I will, so it's NGC 7662. I will get that teed up off screen. Actually, before I do that, I just want to quickly show that supernova remnant. You can definitely see all the way down here, the edge of it. So it's very faint, but you can definitely see it. So that's cool. So let me go to NGC 7662. Also known as Copeland's blue snowball. Yeah, if I'm reading this correctly, Electra should reemerge in about 10 minutes somewhere on this side. Kind of I think, hopefully. Just for good measure, in case I have it flipped. Yeah, no, I think it'll be down here. Yeah, so like, I guess that's Tycho, and it's gonna be somewhere in wherever, darkness. All right, cool. Let me go. Oh, nice. So here's the blue snowball just on, this is just 30-second sub. Maybe that's too much. I do a 4-second sub. I should really get back to the moon so I don't miss. All right. Let's see. Just a few minutes, less than 10. All right. Yeah. Yeah, less than 5 minutes. It's getting there. Yeah, very moony. Yep. Maybe in 3 minutes. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to. I've been busy at work and haven't been able to work on ESC much recently. Well, the only thing I'm not sure about is if the exposure is okay. Like will it even show up? Wait. Is that it? No, that's too close. Oh. behind on the chat, sorry. Laws, yes. Hello, Der Oberst. Yeah, like the old set. Yep. Oh my god, it's full of stars. Yeah, I don't know why. Hello, Houston operator. Oh, there it is. It just popped out. There it is. Yeah, so there's Electra. Re-emerging. Yeah, I ended up really increasing the exposure on the moon because I wasn't sure how bright Electra would be. Yeah, it just popped out. Yeah, jinx. Yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah, it definitely is bright. Okay. Is that the heart that Quake's got going? The Heart Nebula? And I guess that's the wolf, right? That Wiley site. And definitely seeing more of the squid now. It didn't reemerge at the time I thought it would, but that's because this is at Starfront, not here, so the time was slightly off. So here's the blue snowball. It's at 125% magnification, so there's only so much I can get out of this. But definitely can see some structure in there. So what else should I try with the Newtonian? Planet X behind the sun. No. Unfortunately, no. Let me see. Okay. right, so what would be a good target? Apollo moon. Yeah, I don't. Unfortunately, I have often wondered, you know, like with the right lighting conditions would, yeah, but not with my scope. Oh, wow. That's pretty impressive. Oh, hey. Let's look at that. I'm really curious about this. So this was from the Nova? That's cool. That's really cool. Thanks, thanks, Steven. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Perfect observing with. Yep, never have to worry about being clouded out. Star Trek space dock. Yeah, that would be nice. That could be interesting. But the bubble, let me see if the bubbles. Let us see what. Like from my backyard, I can't even see the moon yet. It's still behind a building. Not that that's a bad thing, but. Yeah, Bubble Nebula is. Yeah, only a few minutes away from the meridian, so it's like basically at the meridian. What would be something good? NGC 1495. Find a new planet. Unfortunately, Vega's behind a building now, so. But NGC 14. Oh, that is a good one. I have not imaged that one with the Newtonian. The Fossil Footprint Nebula. Yeah. Let me do that. 1491. Yeah, the the double. Let me forget. Let me look at that. Let's see. Epsilon library. What's the designation? Yep, 91919. Nope, it's behind a building, unfortunately. Boo. So we'll go do the fossil footprint. All right. Now this will be interesting because it is closer to where the moon is. So we'll see. Scope had to move quite a bit. Okay, let me check. You can definitely see the squid, but 13 hours, that's amazing. What Spock died, Kirk didn't go to his funeral. How are you doing the moon? That's a great question. How did I do that? What I ended up doing, well, because I was like, I'm going to expose for them stars. So what I ended up doing is I ended up using ALP, and I ended up like going to, I did an image of like, I think I ended up going to Atlas, which was kind of to the left of, it was ahead of where the moon was heading. And it was able to go there, and after it, like, I ended up going to live view and stopping it because it was trying to plates off because there's like a lot of glare there. But then, so I just went into live view then, and I was kind of trying to move it because I don't have the app because it's at Starfront. So I was just nudging this to try to get it in the right place. But then what I ended up doing, so the moon wasn't completely blown out, I was able to change, I went into the change continuous preview to, I had it as low as 10 milliseconds. It's normally 500, but I put it at like 100, so the moon wasn't as exposed. But I wasn't, yeah, when I did that, it like, ESC just saw it as like a live view. That's what I did. It was complicated, but or not that complicated. Well, yeah, anyway. But yeah, I did ALP. I did it in ALP, but then I also had ESC pointing at it. NGC 72761. No, that's below the horizon, unfortunately. Let me... Yeah, sorry, hold on. I'm trying to check it on the Newtonian. Okay. Let's see if this works. Okay. Sorry. Missed a spot. That's funny. Yeah, I mean it does it periodically, and it doesn't necessarily, like, sometimes it just kind of goes next to it. Sometimes it's only visible when the moon's on the other, or on the other side of the Earth. I mean, like, from North America, so sometimes it's not visible from North America. Yeah, exactly. Me too. Yeah, it definitely does. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, Scrapyard Dog. NGC 1121. It has risen, but it's behind a building. But let's see how big it is, because I could try it at Starfront. But is it small? Trying to figure out how big it would be in the frame. Yeah, that one might be kind of... That one's probably going to be too small. So let's look at... Oh, did not mean to do that. Okay. So far, not too bad for... You can't win. No, I mean, it's... The problem is my backyard is pretty bad. That's the biggest problem. Yeah. That's true. But speaking of targets, what other target do I want to image with the at Starfront? I could go try to do something to the west, away from the moon. That's kind of low. Yeah, let me pick something a little higher. I'm just kind of looking at the Milky Way to see what might be worth imaging. What would be a good one? Sorry. What would be a good target at Starfront? I want to try doing something that I normally don't do. So many things in the Milky Way. Any suggestions? Yeah, that's that's fine. What I ended up doing then is I went into settings in ALP and I decreased the continuous preview exposure length, which you can do on the fly. So I put 100 and then hit save, and then greatly dims the image. Okay. Whoa. $11,000. That's an expensive tree removal. Mountain of Pearl Code. Yeah, that definitely want to get well rested for that. NGC 7618. And it is below the horizon. But yeah, good night, Benji and Wiley Sight. Thanks for joining. Yeah, but yes, but then the stars end up underexposed. So that's why I personally had it in star mode, so I could see the stars. Well, I mean, at least for me, I was moving it around manually with the controls. It was, at least what I was doing, it was under settings. The menu option settings is what I was using. So like, yeah, this one here. At least if you want to change the exposure. Which is what yeah, so you have it set to 500. You could try changing it to 100. You scroll right past it. It was up. It's near the top. It's basically under the stacking exposure length. It's continuous preview exposure length. And then, yeah, you pick that and then go to the bottom and hit save. And it should be not as overexposed then. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you've yeah, so it saved it, so you should be able to go to live view and then it won't be as overexposed. All right, let me go figure out. So that's the fossil footprint nebula. Oh, so to switch from star to lunar, if you scroll down on this screen, if you scroll down, to the bottom of the screen, there's like a stop button. Yeah, just hit stop. Hit the stop button. And then it'll bounce you back. Yeah, and then okay. And you'll go to kind of the generic live view screen. It'll take a sec. Yeah. And so then from right there you hit moon. I used to have it where you could switch more directly, but that ended up causing more issues. It's still loading. There we go. My neck. All right, so Quake working on your images from tonight. And the squid's looking such a faint target. This is looking great. The lion's head. Man, I think I'm making my neck stiff. All right, so what else do we want to try from Starfront? Oh. That's too small. What would be a good target? Which one's that? No. NGC3, will this be the one? 3222. And it is below the horizon. I mean, I'm in what do you call it? I'm in Texas, and so it's 11:30 here, so yeah, it's sorry about that. All right. What's that? Okay, now. No. I'm just kind of looking around at Stellarium for things opposite from the moon that I might want to image. Yeah. No, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Oh, in Victoria. Okay. I know where that is. Yeah, it's I definitely need to once I get the bugs worked out, I do want to work on the UI so it isn't as crowded. Wait, what is this? Sometimes I see a name that's probably too tiny though. Yeah, maybe I'll try this. Rico Suave, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I mean, not with a high level of, yeah. But I do remember. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. There, sorry, I'm just... What is this target? It is... I don't even know what it's called. Okay, let's try this. See how well that works. All right. Okay. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Dara Oberst. Have a good rest of your evening. Yeah, I'm probably going to be wrapping it up before too long myself. It's getting close to midnight, and to be fair, I am able to start these live streams earlier, so um, it has been going for 3 hours. Um, but yeah, it looks like tomorrow might be good weather, and Saturday and Sunday supposedly. So if it's good tomorrow evening, I'll probably do another live stream, and I might start at 8 o'clock. All the live mates are going to bed. I might start at 8 because it is dark enough here at least. So we'll see, but keep an eye out for that. Let me see. Did this even work? Yeah, no, that was cool, and I totally had forgotten about it. It was only because Cosmic Ray had mentioned it that I even remembered it. Okay, now this is acting weird. I really need to spend some time. It's just things have been chaotic, unfortunately. Okay. So this is kind of the LBN 182 area, but there's that kind of Wolf-Rayet, I think it's a Wolf-Rayet star that has kind of the blue bubble of nebulosity, and I've imaged it before, but it's one of those ones where I need a lot more time on it. A lot more time. So that is what I'm going to try to do. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for sharing your things you were imaging tonight, Cosmic Rain. Have a good rest of your evening. Like I say, I might be wrapping it up before too long. One thing I have wanted to do that I haven't been consistent about, well, besides streaming, is kind of continue on Discord afterwards. Now, I don't want to leave the Newtonian out, but I'll go ahead and keep the Seestar going on Discord. Yeah, I think I might be losing a losing battle here, because of the moon, the gradient of the moon, and because my sky is so constrained from home, I can't point far enough away from the moon. All right. Good night, Stephen Fa. Have a good rest of your evening, and have a good dinner. Yeah, I think I might wrap it up for tonight, actually. It's been I'm going to have, if all goes well, several live streams in a row, so yeah, I think I'll leave it at that. Thanks everybody for showing up. Thanks for everybody who shared their imaging, Quake, Wiley Sight, Star Traveler, Cosmic Ray, and everybody else. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I think I will see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your night.